Hey everybody, Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Always a pleasure to have a return guest on our show, and this young lady has just been lighting up the music scene. She has won award after award, and she's got a brand new single called "What's a Cowgirl Supposed to Do." She's a three-time International Western Music Association Entertainer of the Year, three-time Female Performer of the Year, and she's been on American Idol. Just won so many awards, and she does so many great things. She yodels, she rides horses, she sings, plays guitar. I just don't think there's anything she can't do, and it's a pleasure to have her back on My Kind of Country tonight. This is Kristyn Harris. Kristyn, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me, Scott.
Oh, it's a pleasure to talk to you again. I always enjoy our visits, and I'm so glad that things are going
Oh,
so well
thank
for
you.
you. Oh man,
Thank you.
you've had some great awards that you've won, and you've been just touring all over, and I mean, just things are just lining up for you, and I just couldn't be happier.
Well, thank you so much.
So what is the latest? What's going on?
Well, I've still been staying really busy, touring and traveling everywhere, playing, and then, like you mentioned, I have the new single that came out, and in addition to that, I have a whole album in the works that I'm excited about. So that ought to be out in another month or so.
Well, fabulous. Well, I hope you'll let me know. We'd love to have you on and we'll do a feature on the whole album.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
That will be fantastic. And you are also working with the longest surviving Western swing band in history, and that's the Light Crust Doughboys.
Yeah, yeah. I got met up with them about, I don't know, 3 years ago or so. We were at the same event, and of course, the Light Crust Doughboys is just legendary for Western swing music, which is what I love. And so, yeah, that's cool. Art Greenhaw's been keeping them going, and whenever they have a show, I get to join in.
Wow, that is really cool. That's a real cool piece of history to be involved with.
Yeah, it is.
Your
Absolutely.
your name's going to go down in the history books on that, and they've got a really nice CD and DVD set out too. It's got 90 songs on it. That's quite a collection.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. In fact, I don't think I've heard that whole thing.
Wow. Well, we'll make sure Art gets it to you. 'Cause I'll tell you, there's some great stuff
Yeah,
on there.
I will.
So new album on the way, and of course we absolutely love Down on the Trail. That was a 2015
Yeah.
Western Album of the Year from the IWMA, and of course Let Me Ride. You won an award for that. I mean, you just everything you put out is just absolutely gold, and it's well deserved because you're so talented. And you have amazing control over your voice to be able to yodel like you do. It's an incredible task, and
Oh, well, thank you so much.
we've never really talked about your horses and your riding. Tell me a little bit about the equestrian side of Kristyn Harris.
Yeah, so I've got two horses of my own right now. Both of them are Mustangs that I got, through the BLM program. They were wild when I got them, and so I enjoy training horses. They've both turned out really well. In addition to that, I got into trick riding a couple years ago, which is like basically stunt riding, gymnastics on horseback, and so I do that kind of as my side hobby, and perform at some rodeos and Wild West shows from time to time. So yeah, and then I've got cows, so of course I use horses for that too. So they're a big part of my life.
Okay, so the question beckons as you were learning to do all these tricks on the horse. I mean, what are there some horror stories? Did you take some just horrific falls? I mean, you must have been some trial and error to make this happen, right?
Well, everybody has that question, and to be honest, the answer is no. I really have had no big accidents. Anytime I've really, the thing about it is, trick riding is such a, I'm learning in a real safe environment. I have a teacher, and we have a well-trained horse and an arena and everything, and so I've never really taken any I've hardly fell. I've come off a couple times, but pretty much, just got right back up. And I've actually had worse falls just riding my own horses when they decided to buck me off. So.
Well, I'm sure being an animal, our family's all big animal lovers, and you have that bond with the horses, and I'm sure that
Yeah.
probably it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to do that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. I was watching a video on your website of you riding to your recording session on your horse. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
It doesn't get much more Western than that, folks, right there.
That's true.
That is Texas, no doubt about it. Well, the new single is called "What's a Cowgirl Supposed to Do," and man, that's a great song. It's on Horsefly Music, and this is your first release with them. Is that correct?
It is, yeah. So that's I got to go out to Nashville for that, and I met up with the folks with Horsefly Music just sometime last year, I think, and it just hit it off with them. They're wonderful. But so we recorded a couple songs. I think we might be doing a couple more for their label, and my understanding is that'll eventually come out as a compilation album with some other artists. But then the album I'm doing that I'll be releasing soon is doing on my own here in Texas. So, but yeah, it's been wonderful working with Horsefly.
Well, that's fantastic, and I've also got a CD that it's Olivia Morgaine, and you're on that with her. That's a great project. She is really good too.
Isn't she excellent? Yeah, that was a really fun project. Really interesting concept for it, where they just had a lot of guest artists and took all these classic songs and kind of did a brand new take on them. So, yeah, that was kind of fun. I went out to Virginia, where Olivia lives, to record that.
That's a nice. It's a very nice put together. There's a DVD in there, and there's some video of you guys, in the studio, and some bloopers and stuff like that. It's just a fun thing. Yeah, a lot of fun. We'll put that information on our Facebook page too. That's called Friends Become Family, and Haley Sandos is on that too, and she is a fabulous fiddle player. You guys have worked quite a bit together too, right?
Yes. I love Haley. In fact, I'm playing with her this coming weekend. So.
Well,
Yeah.
That's great. Well, KristynHarris.com is the place to go to check out all of Kristyn's tour dates and what's going on with her. And you can, of course, get her albums there. And, of course, they're available on Amazon and iTunes and all those great places. And we were talking before we got on the show, and I wanted to ask you a couple questions. These are coming from my daughter, Merritt. She is a big fan of yours. She's 13 years old, and she was really gravitated with the yodeling stuff. And she wanted me to ask you about a couple songs. One is Yodeling Fever. And she wants to know if you really did it that fast, if you were really able to yodel that fast.
Yeah, that was really me doing it. No, actually, I think yodeling, like, once you learn it, it's really not that hard to. It's just a matter of, I guess, learning to move your tongue fast. But I'm sure that she'll be able to learn it if she practices at it.
Well, she sure does sing along. Mockingbird Yodel too is another one she likes, and
that's a fun one.
And then you did a kind of a take on the Hank Snow song "I've Been Everywhere." This is "I've Been Everywhere in Texas," and that's a cool take too. I like that one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love that version. I mean, I do both the versions. I do the original as well, but I'm a little partial to Texas, so.
So do you do those on stage?
I do. You
Wow,
bet.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
all the time.
So no studio tricks there. She's going to be real happy to hear that because she wanted me to ask you. So I said, well, I will make sure.
Well, I hope I get to meet her in person someday, and I'll do it for her.
Oh, that would be awesome. She would absolutely love that. No doubt about it. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time to be on the show, and we're going to play some of your music, and we're going to play this new one, What's a Cowgirl Supposed to Do? We've been have been playing it, but we're going to play it again tonight. And
thank you.
Looking forward to hearing more about your new album. Is the new album songs you've written, or kind of a mixture? Or can you tell me just a little bit about it without giving up too much information?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a mixture, kind of like the last albums. This one might have a few more that I've written than past albums, but it'll be roughly half and half. But it'll all be, kind of Western swing style stuff and Western stuff, and the same kind of general vein as my last couple albums. But so far, I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping this will be my best one yet. So, I'll definitely let you know when it's out and get you a copy of it.
Fabulous. Looking forward to it. And congratulations, too, on the American Idol thing. And I'm sure that really gave you a lot of exposure and brought some new fans to the table for you.
Yeah, it did. That was a wild experience, but that was neat to get to do.
Oh, yeah. Tell me a little bit about it. How was it for you?
Well, it was interesting. There was good and bad that came with it. I feel like it was a high-pressure situation, and, there's a lot of stuff that goes on for reality TV that's not really reality, but so it was pretty intense. But I got to meet a lot of cool people, and I learned a lot, so I enjoyed the experience. But it was a long process, months of not being able to tell anyone it was happening, but going to. I first did this little private audition for the producers in Dallas, and then they sent me to Nashville, and then to Hollywood from there. And I didn't go through the whole regular process. I didn't go to the open audition or anything like that, but they called me up because they were interested in my yodeling. So that's what I wound up doing on the show, and yeah, it was neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's great. Well, folks, again, it's KristynHarris.com, and please go check out her website. And there's a lot of fun pictures on there and videos, and of course you can get her music on there. And the new song, "What's a Cowgirl Supposed to Do?" And we're going to play that for you right now. And Kristyn, thank you again for being on My Kind of Country. Always enjoy talking with you.
Thank you. You too, Scott.
All right, here's some great music from Kristyn Harris as we continue with My Kind of Country.
Trail that comes to an end, like the bridge you can never cross again, like the leaves that fall from the tree, like the day that you walked out on me. What's a cowgirl supposed to do when she's still in love with you? Cupid never even had to try. That moment I first caught your eye, we fell so hard in love back then. Will you ever look my way again? do.
Yodeling on the mountainside, yodeling on the plain, yodeling like a bird on high, never took no brain. So listen to my crazy song, I'm sure you will admit that the more I yodel this here tune, the less you get of it. Yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay-dee-brrr-wee. That one sounded pretty good, I'll try it once again. And all the birds for miles around gonna hang their heads in shame. The cuckoo bird is worried too, though I have not as yet learned to yodel like he sings, but I will soon, you bet. Yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay-dee-brrr-wee. Cowboys yodel as they ride out on the lone prairie. Mountain folks on the mountainside yodel too, you see. Well, I just wandered through the woods, yodeling as I go, warbling like a mockingbird, but sounding like a crow. Yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-oo-dee, brrr-brrr-dee, lo-dee, yodel-ay, yodel-oo-dee, yodel-ay-dee-brrr-wee. I was toting my pack along a dusty Amarillo road when along came a semi with a high and canvas covered load. And he said, if you're going to Amarillo with me, you can ride. So I climbed up in the cab and I settled down inside. He asked me, have you seen a road with so much dust and sand? And I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man, and breathed the mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Waco, Hyco, Hondo, Navasota, Winsboro, Jacksboro, Hillsboro, San Rose, Austin, Houston, Galveston, Texarkana, Frisco, Buffalo, Conroe, Corsicana, Goliad, Grosse Beck, Glen Rose, Red Oak, Post Oak, Live Oak, Lone Oak, no joke. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man, breathed mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Krugerville, Pflugerville, Van Holm, Valverde, Backerville, Bartonville, Beeville, Boulevard, Bear Creek, Cedar Creek, Mill Creek, Mineola, Maypro, Monaghan, Telephone, Tuscola, Redwater, Round Rock, Round Top, Round Lake, Sour Lake, South Lake, Spring Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Greenville, Gatesville, Gainesville, Alameda, Kerrville, Kellerville, Bastrop, Bentonville, Sherman, Smithville, Stephenville, Prairie View, Lickermock, Longview, Plainview, Adelaide, Justin Junction, Panorama, Pasadena, Angelina, and Lorena. See what I mean? I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. Traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Valley Mills, Pine Mills, down by Sickville, Sunnyvale, New Home, New Hope, New Deal, Liberty Hill, Rockport, Rockport, Bridgeport, Brownwood, Clipper, Mansion, Clinton, Cotwood, Bayview, Bayside, Baytown, Bay City, Falls City, Center, Center, Bridge City, Waterbury. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert fair, man. Breathe mountain air, man. Travels I've had my share. I've been everywhere in Texas.